obviously Lawrence starts day one. Obviously, Zach Wilson starts day one. What about the rest? Who do you think? And I'm throwing out there even those that were chosen in day 2 or day 3 of this draft. Who do you think has the shot to start week 1 of the 17 regular season game 2021 schedule, DJ?
Well, I mean, I would not rule out Fields. I know, a lot of people say, Mac Jones ready to play right away, but Cam Newton's still an accomplished dude now. And Bucky brought up a great point this morning is there any bigger, juxtaposition between the physiques of the starting two quarterbacks competing for the job? I mean, what's that? Can you imagine just looking at them on the field, how different that looks?
Hold on a second. What about Jalen Hurts and Joe Flacco in Philadelphia, DJ?
So
that's an odd couple.
Types.
Those
are different body types.
That's Felix and Oscar.
Absolutely.
Also, right there.
Yep.
Okay. But I do hear you, though.
That's a good point, but that's going to be fascinating to see how that. I'm still going to guess that Cam comes out of that as a starter, at least early on. I think Fields, if I was going to guess, I would say it's a handful of games before we see him. The one that you mentioned outside of the first round, I think the only one would be Davis Mills, right, just because of the uncertainty with what's going on there. But even that, I think he would have a hard time beating out Tyrod Taylor to start the season. So, the ones I feel pretty certain about are the ones that went number 1 and number 2. After that, I think you're at least talking about a few games, I would imagine, before we see those other guys out there, unless they just force the hand of those teams. I know one thing, that we said this on the broadcast, but the Bears go from a team that was hard to watch to a team that I honestly can't wait to watch.
So how does Justin Fields transform what let's be honest, I mean, I know you said they were the most boring offense in the league to watch during our broadcast a couple of times, but Matt Nagy was coach of the year his first year out because of the way he and Trubisky seemed to be a match made in football. Mm-hmm. But how does Fields transform what we have seen the Bears offense devolve into?
Well, I think that he just plays the game so much more aggressively. When you look at, a lot was made of the difference between him and Haskins playing in that same offense. And that offense was very productive. Haskins threw 50 touchdowns, but it was a lot of underneath stuff, screens and tunnel screens, bubble screens, all that stuff. And then Justin Fields comes out there, and he's big game hunting, and he's pushing the ball vertically down the field. I thought that Bears offense just lacked any explosiveness. He's going to bring that. He's going to attack. A guy like Darnell Mooney would be a fun fantasy guy to have because he's going to get over the top, and he'll get some opportunities to go along with Allen Robinson. And then he's just, they're going to be able to use more design quarterback run game with Justin Fields, and he's going to pop some. So it's not going to be old school, station to station baseball. It's going to actually have a chance to hit the ball out of the park a couple times.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.